All right, let's jump right in. We're here to talk about how artificial intelligence is completely flipping the script on corporate training and professional development. We're living through this massive shift. So today, we're going to break down what it is, how it works, and most importantly, what it all means for you. So let's kick things off with a number that really paints a picture of just how urgent this all is. Get this. A staggering 93% of business leaders in India are planning to use AI to boost their workforce's productivity. And not in some distant future. We're talking within the next year and a half. This isn't just a forecast, it's a strategic priority that's unfolding right now. And industry analyst Josh Bersin really hits the nail on the head. He says this isn't just some small tweak or a minor update. No, he calls it a complete revolution for the corporate learning market, which, by the way, is a massive $340 billion industry. We're literally talking about a fundamental rethinking of how we learn and develop skills at work. Okay, so why now? Why is this all happening with such speed? Well, to put it simply, the old ways of training just can't hack it anymore. The pace of business is just too fast. The skills we need are changing constantly, faster than ever before. And honestly, traditional training can't keep up. AI is stepping in to fill that huge critical gap. So how exactly does AI do it? How does it remake the learning experience? Well, it's not just about, throwing old PowerPoint slides into an online course. Not at all. It's about making learning genuinely intelligent and responsive to you, the learner. And this slide right here really lays out the core difference. Think about traditional training. It's static, it's slow, and it's one size fits all. We've all been there, right? AI-powered learning is the exact opposite. It's dynamic, it's rapid, and it's incredibly personalized. It actually adapts to you, instead of forcing everyone down the same old rigid path. And the magic behind this is something called personalized learning paths. The best way to think about it? It's like having a personal tutor or a mentor for every single employee. The AI figures out what you already know, what you don't know, and then it crafts the perfect way to teach you exactly what you need. And AI wears a lot of hats in this process. It's not just one thing, it's a whole ecosystem of support. I mean, look at this. It can assess your skills to find those knowledge gaps, recommend the perfect content to fill them, and even generate brand new quizzes and training modules from scratch. Then it adapts the difficulty as you go, and you get a 24/7 digital tutor for instant answers. It's pretty incredible. So all those roles we just talked about boil down to 4 major game changers for learning and development. Of course, there's generating content and personalizing the experience, but it gets even smarter. It can actually infer what skills you have just by looking at your work. And maybe the biggest one, sometimes it replaces formal training entirely by just giving you the answer you need right in the moment. No course required. Okay, that's the theory. But does it actually work in practice? What's the real-world impact? Well, this is where things get really, really interesting. The results are in, and honestly, the numbers are pretty staggering. First up, let's talk about efficiency. Companies that are using AI in their training, they've managed to cut down the time their own internal experts have to spend on it by up to 60%. Just think about that. It frees up your most talented people to focus on innovation and solving big problems, instead of just teaching the same intro class over and over again. And when your experts are freed up like that, the whole training process speeds up. I mean, we're talking about companies cutting their total training time by a whopping 80%. That's just huge. Imagine getting a new hire skilled up and productive in just a fraction of the time it takes today. So you free up your experts, you train people way faster. What's the end result? It hits the bottom line, hard. We're seeing an average productivity boost of 19%. And that's the moment, right? That's when AI goes from being a cool piece of tech to a truly critical part of business success. Now, the companies pulling off these kinds of results, they're being called frontier firms. And what sets them apart isn't just the tech they use, it's their mindset. They don't see AI as just another tool. They treat it like a core partner in their operations, and they're literally redesigning how they work around this idea of human-AI collaboration. And a lot of these firms follow a kind of roadmap, like this AI factory model. You can think of it as a journey. You start small, using AI to just accelerate content creation. Then you move up, elevating the experience by mixing in human expertise. After that, you can get really advanced with things like AI-powered simulations, until you reach the final stage, unifying it all, so learning is just a natural, seamless part of your everyday work. And of course, this isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. It's being customized for different industries. In healthcare, it's all about simulations for patient safety. For manufacturing, maybe it's using VR to nail down safety protocols. And finance, it could be training on tricky compliance rules or ethical decisions. Each one is tailored for the really high-stakes stuff in that field. But here's a really important point. This whole transformation, it's not just about the tech. At its core, it's about people. It's about figuring out a new kind of partnership between us and artificial intelligence. And the companies that are really succeeding, they're framing AI as a co-pilot. It's there to augment our own abilities. It handles the boring, repetitive tasks so that we can focus on what humans do best: strategic thinking, creativity, and critical judgment. The key word here is augmentation, not replacement. And that right there is exactly why upskilling has shot to the top of the priority list for 51% of business leaders. It's simple, really. They know that to get the most out of this powerful technology, they first have to invest in their people so they know how to use it well. So, the skills of the future are really a blend of two things. On one side, you've got the tech stuff, AI fluency, and prompt engineering, which is basically the art of asking the AI the right questions. But on the other side of that coin, and just as important, are those timeless human skills that AI just can't touch. Things like empathy, critical thinking, and good old-fashioned judgment. But listen, this partnership isn't without its challenges. There are very real risks we have to manage. We're talking about things like data privacy and the danger of algorithmic bias, where an AI trained on old data just repeats our old mistakes. And then there are AI hallucinations. That's when the AI literally just makes stuff up. We have to have a smart game plan for all of it. Okay, so let's bring it all home. What does all of this mean for you, for your career in this new AI-powered world? How do you make sure you're not just surviving, but actually thriving? All right, here are 6 key things any professional can do to really thrive. First, develop fluency in the AI tools that actually matter for your role. Keep upskilling, never stop learning, always prioritize ethical awareness, and be a voice for using this technology responsibly. Learn to collaborate with AI like a true partner. Be ready to adapt to more agile, flexible workflows. And finally, measure your outcomes. See how AI is actually helping you improve. So I want to leave you with this final thought, a really interesting question to chew on. When your co-pilot is an algorithm, who is teaching whom? Because in a world where we're learning so much from AI every single day, we have to remember it's also learning from us. From every question we ask, every correction we make, every choice we input. The future isn't just about using AI, it's about shaping it.